apartment this small, he could still hear the women talking in the kitchen. He told himself eavesdropping was unavoidable. What was he supposed to do, hang out in the lobby? And then shamelessly scooted the chair a little closer to the door so he could hear more clearly. "Tell me everything, from the beginning," Selene said. Her voice held little sympathy, but at least it wasn't tight with rage. She sounded calm and professional. "I'm so stupid," Min began. Selene, Theo noticed, didn't contradict her. "I finally went online a few months back. It's been 2 years since my divorce, and everyone kept pushing me to do it. I had a couple of dates, nothing too horrible, but nothing worth repeating." She paused, and Theo heard her take a sip of cocoa for the first time. When she remained silent, it was Gabby who pushed her to keep talking. Selene, for all her habitual impatience, had centuries of experience listening to women relate their suffering. She knew when to wait for the story. "Lars was exactly what I was looking for. A scientist and educator like me, and completely committed to his work. He's a keeper at the Central Park Zoo. Cute, right? And a single dad, with 2 young kids, and I don't have children of my own, so I was excited about that. Not to mention he's 6'4" and Norwegian and age-appropriate." Another sip of cocoa. "I spend most of my time in a darkened planetarium, so I found the whole outdoorsy daredevil thing irresistible. He goes into the grizzly enclosure and plays with the bears, safety precautions be damned. By our 3rd date, I was ready for more. Then, in the middle, he asked me to..." She paused for a long moment before saying, "Do things I wasn't comfortable with. I said no, but he didn't listen. We'd shared 2 bottles of wine." "What exactly did that hijo de puta do?" prompted Gabby. Min's voice sank to a whisper. Theo couldn't hear her words, but Gabby's horrified gasp was unmistakable. "Is that when he punched you in the face?" she demanded. "No, nothing like that. He sort of slammed my head into the bedpost. It was just an accident." Gabby snorted. "Before we go any further," Selene's voice was carefully controlled, almost monotone, "I have to tell you that your best option is to go to the police and have this man arrested for rape." "It wasn't rape. It was consensual. At first." "Like I said, have this man arrested for rape." "I couldn't do that. Even if I thought that's what happened, it's too murky. I said yes. Then I might have said no, but I can't really remember. And I should have been smart enough not to get myself into that situation in the first place. And his kids, they adore him. He's a great dad. I'd never want to see him taken away from them." A chair scraped back from the table. "Then why are you wasting my time?" Theo glanced at his watch. It had taken Selene all of 10 minutes before she'd said something insensitive and inappropriate. She's improving. During their last private investigation case, a month before, Selene had gotten so angry at the victim for saying she still loved her child-abusing husband that she'd brought the woman to the point of a hysterical breakdown 5 minutes after walking in the door. Eventually, Theo'd convinced the woman to call the police, a task made easier by threatening her with the only other option, having to work with Selene. Min's voice took on a new fierceness as she answered Selene's question. "I told Gabriella to call you because whatever happened, I never want him to do it to anyone else again." "So you're looking for a castration?" Selene asked matter-of-factly. "No! My God!" "Selene's just kidding," Gabby put in. No, she's not, Theo thought, not without pride. There was something refreshing about Selene's brand of ancient justice, even if it did make him unconsciously cross his legs. "I just want someone to talk to Lars, not take him from his kids or anything, just warn him to stop what he's doing." "Why don't you do it yourself?" "Because I'm scared, all right? I don't like to admit that. I'm a 43-year-old woman, and I'm scared of this big man who has hurt me. Gabriella said you sometimes pose as a police officer.